It's Brilliant Poet number 1 at $8, 2 Bolter $4.70, down to 4 True and Easy 11s, 5 Cyrinelg $3.90, 6 Planet King $5.50, 7 is Sir Macwin at 14s, 8 Tommy Tune 22, 9 Lycaroo 15, 10 Phantom Eagle at 37, and then to 24 for Grand Andre, and down the bottom a Likely Tale at $14. That's race 5, the Bairnsdale Cup. It's 4 minutes off. And the selections from Peter Eustace are 2 Bolter, 6 Planet King, and 1 Brilliant Poet. 2, 6, 1 selections there at Bairnsdale on the Cup as they go to the barrier. Let's join Andrew Bensley trackside now for the very latest.
Thank you, Chris. And that horse on centre screen, as you just mentioned, tipped by caller Peter Eustace. I'm following 2 Bolter. Gee, I tell you something, this 4-year-old looks in magnificent shape today. And I'm favouring the 2. Nashra Willow, of course, is riding the horse. South Australian Derby winner. Its last start there at Moonee Valley in the Fian. And in the Fian, ran second last. But, gee, dropping sharply in class today back to the Bairnsdale Cup. It's going to be set, probably run today into the Cranbourne, Caulfield and Melbourne Cups is the plan by trainer Tim White. And it looks in magnificent shape today, number 2 Bolter. I favour it. The second tip, as you can see on the screen there, is number 6, Planet King. This horse raced up in Queensland. It's out of the strong Colin Alderson stable. It's won 4 out of its last 5. The extra distance suits today, 15 up to the 1,600 metres, and we favour it for second. In for third, number 1, Brilliant Poet. It won the Bairnsdale Cup 2 years ago. Has been freshened up for today. Looked okay here on the yard, the grey 7-year-old. We put it in for third, and in for fourth, number 5, Cyrinelg, ridden by Peter Mertens. And the tips 2, 6, 1 and 5. As you can see there, Bolter at about the $4.60. You're getting some good value up in New South Wales. Oh, it's just tightened up into about the $5.50 mark. Brilliant Poet, $7.90 on Super Tab. It has been put over the jumps here, schooled between runs a couple of starts ago. And trainer Jim Conlon has continued to do that just to keep the horse sharpened up. And Brilliant Poet, the only question mark is the awkward barrier out wide there with 57, ridden today by Dwayne Dunn. But as you can see, has tightened up on Super Tab. Bolter is now tote favourite at $4.20. Cyrinelg at about $4.30. Horses getting around towards the barrier. We're looking at about 2 minutes from start time. The tips 2, 6, 1 and 5 for the big one, the Bairnsdale Cup, Chris.
All right, thanks, Andrew. Should be a good race, this one too, and we'll be going back there very shortly for the running of the Cup. Now, the 4th at Kilmore, and the divs there, 7 Anlon, 690, 280, 10 tip selections, 8, 2, 5 from Rod. All set for the Bairnsdale Cup.
Easy, a little slow out of the stalls. A Likely Tale in the all white on the outside jumped beautifully. He's trying to cross the pack and doing so in the first 100 metres. Sir Macwin being ridden hard to keep its inside running with Grand Andre and Tommy Tune out wide. Just behind them, Bolters up in a forward posse early as they charge to that first turn from Phantom Eagle. True and Easy got knocked off its legs back in the field there. Planet King was trying to take an inside run. Phantom Eagle races around the outside with Lycaroo. Cyrinelg's back to third last with Brilliant Poet, length and a half to True and Easy. Didn't have much luck early. A Likely Tale by a length and a half into the back to Tommy Tune. The Bolters about 4 or 5 to Sir Macwin being restrained, and Phantom Eagle's going past it. Just behind them is Lycaroo, a length and a half back in the field is Cyrinelg, who's tracking up on the outside of Planet King now, and out wider on the track there at the head of the others was Planet King, as mentioned, and getting back into the field, Cyrinelg has got back to about third last with Brilliant Poet, and a length and a half True and Easy last. Phantom Eagle makes the move down the side of the 700, gets to win a half a length of a Likely Tale, a length and a half back. Tommy Tune has ridden along from Sir Macwin. Lycaroo and Grand Andre are next, a couple of lengths back in the field then is Bolter, which has come around the outside of Planet King and is making ground, tacking under it is Brilliant Poet. Quietly ridden Cyrinelg is second last, and 2 to True and Easy last. A Likely Tale just in front. Phantom Eagle joins it on the outside. Tommy Tune third, but giving ground. Sir Macwin's got nowhere to come, comes away from the rails. Gee, it's tight on the turn with Lycaroo and Grand Andre having a bump. Cyrinelg goes to the inside. Here's Bolter down the outside, and so is Brilliant Poet as they race towards the 250. Oh, Phantom Eagle's got away by by a length and a quarter to Sir Macklin, who's out in the clear. Planet King is running on strongly. It's Phantom Eagle in front. Sir Macklin on the outside, drives and gets up and wins the money. Planet King has flashed probably second. Phantom Eagle a terrific run third. On the outside, making ground, Brilliant Poet at the finish there, with also Like a Ruin. True and Easy did run on the straight. Siri Nelg, never really a big chance. Tommy Tune, Bulter failed to run on in the race. The early leader, a Likely Taylor's run back towards the rear of the field with Like a Roo. Stand by for placings here after the Bairnsdale Cup. 7-6-10 official from the judge. 7-6-10 nice ride Sir Macklin by Nathan Stanley, always parked behind the leaders, got the run, came away from the rails, was pretty tight on the turn, I'll tell you. Planet King doing its best work at the finish second, and Old Phantom Eagle, the 8-year-old, having his first run back this campaign. Look, the winner was holding Sir Macklin inside the last 200, but just that last 100 metres is told, and Sir Macklin has driven to the line. Nathan Stanley for Leon Corstens at Cheltenham, owned by A.L. and Mrs. P.C. Mackles and Miss H.L. Shen. This 6-year-old gelding by Sir Tristram at a fair tie has got the money. 7 Sir Macklin. Second placing to 6 Planet King, Matthew Gatt for Colin Alderson, and a great run third, Phantom Eagle number 10, Brett Stanley for Barry Bennett. 7, 6 and 10. 7, 6, 10, 11 was run fourth, Grand Honore, and fifth was Brilliant Poet, which was doing its best work at the finish. There was sure some disappointments. Boulder was pulled out wide, a half neck by a half, 138.4, 138.4 on a dead track. Is about 3.6 outside the track record held by Legendary. Yes, Bulter was pulled out wide with Brilliant Poet, but Bulter hasn't run on at all. Brilliant Poet has been doing its best work at the finish to run, as you heard, officially fifth in the race. True and Easy got knocked down on the first turn and was making ground in the straight. Wasn't a bad little run under the circumstances. Siri Nelg was quietly ridden back second last on the rails. Peter Mertens weaved through the field, but really never looked a winning chance. And all honours really with Sir Macklin. A very nice ride by Nathan Stanley. Planet King certainly coming home well, and Phantom Eagle filling the minor end of the prize.
All right, we'll leave Peter there after the Bairnsdale Cup, and that